Welcome back, DWD's Trapcast Emergency Breaking News. This is the New Year's special episode, but like 10 episodes or days late. And this is awesome though. I'm just gonna save so they can talk. We got Tyler and Marcus. What's up, guys?
Hey, what's up, dude?
So I'm excited, because this is for me keeping in the schedule. I'm way ahead of my goal is to do 2 podcasts a month. So I'm already excited that I'm doing this one before the 15th, Usually I'm a procrastinator, I'm going to get it done early type of guy. But this shit going on right now, bro, this shit's so wild. I don't know if everyone's been following, but dude, what is today? January 7th, technically. Oh, yeah, we're those idiots because it's 1 in the morning. But, bro, people are killing, they're kicking ass and taking names, you know what I mean, bro? They're all on a code red and they're looking for it, bro.
Yeah, I was keeping up with it today at work, and from 20 minutes after it started happening is when I found it on Facebook.
For real, dude.
Hello.
And the meme started fast.
Well, that's what happened. I went to sleep.
The meme started fast.
I came back from Makoko. I went out for lunch.
Yeah.
As soon as I wake up from a nap, my phone just Facebook's flooded with memes.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. That shit do happen fast.
Yeah, so I get on Google and I'm trying to look it up, and all the internet's blown up. Woman shot, National Guard deployed. And
dude, check this out. Just found out that girl who was shot and killed, Air Force vet.
No shit.
Yep.
Damn, that's rough.
Yo.
Somebody shared the video of it on Twitter.
Yeah,
I don't know if it got taken down or I don't know.
They aired it on the national news.
Did they?
On accident. Because it happened live, bro.
Yeah. Damn.
And it's bro.
Where do we go from here?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. And here's the wild thing. Check this out, too.
What's up?
So there's a good possibility because this is disrupting the electoral college process, right? Dude, so now there's a good chance that Mike Pence is going to become president because the inauguration might get delayed. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm looking up right now
until
because
the 21st, I believe, right?
There's a really good conspiracy right now, and I want to see if it got deleted, bro, because this shit is wild. You understand? So earlier today, okay. So right when the break was happening, right?
Right.
Donald Trump tweeted something where it was putting a lot of this blame on Mike Pence. And it seems like there was a conspiracy is that they were getting violently directed and putting all the anger at Mike Pence because how these people were able to breach Capitol Hill in the first place is beyond me. How is there not more security in this place? You know what I mean? Yeah, I get how they were breaching certain spots and stuff, but legit the buildings, how?
Yeah, it's
how?
True.
Because that should be a fort.
Considering this protest didn't just build this morning. This thing's been going on for days.
So
they're literally climbing the walls.
Well, dude, and there's one spot where the protesters are breaking through. There's only 4 or 5 cops there. It's why wouldn't there be more cops there if they know this type of shit was going to be going down? I don't know what's happening. Obviously, there's a lot of corruption in this world, and it's a lot of what the fuck. There's sides. Both people are obviously upset because they feel like their voice isn't represented. I think that's important to remember because a lot of people are to quick to hate other sides, but it's I feel like that's a bad thing.
Of course.
I know that's a weird thing to say too, but it's and I know it's easier to be no, fuck them, because when they're the ones who are dragging us down, whoever feels whatever way. But it's you got to compromise and you got to remember we're all living together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're all people at the end of the day. People have their reasons why they think this stuff. Try to go through what they're going through, but I don't know. There's some shit that's obviously it's how can you support that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I completely understand that. And then some of the shit that people are rioting about and going on about and protesting about and what they're trying to support. It's so everybody's got a right to believe in what they want, but I stand back and I sit from my perspective, in my opinion, I look at it and I'm how can you support some of the things that's what you go out and that's what You feel the need to destroy cars and do all this. That's what,
There's a lot that's happening right now where it's just a lot of makes me sad of how the people feel, because it's a representation of how oppressed people feel. Yeah. Everyone as a nation.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Because
I told somebody today, I had a conversation with somebody, and they said that they didn't believe in, the protests of like the burning cars or, the burning buildings, looting buildings, all that stuff. I'm like, yes. And as of what's happening today, these are both equally bad, but they send a powerful message.
They do.
And so I'm like, if people feel the need to send whatever message they want to, at this point, it's just a one-up game. Like one side was just looting, the other side stormed Capitol Hill. Like, where do you go next?
Here's the thing that's so wild, because like President Trump, he like addressed the people, which I thought was responsible, because like he was like, that's the one thing I was like, he's got to tell these people like to chill out, like accept the loss. You know what I mean? Like, come on, do the democratic thing and have a respectful transfer of power. Like, this is laughing at our country, basically.
Right.
And he had a video, and he started it off with like, this election was rigged, and it's, you know what I mean? The whole thing is fraudulent. And it's like, there's not been a single piece of evidence that shows anything significant of that. You know what I mean? It's like, if there was, I get it, but there hasn't been.
They were voting on it today when everything got stormed up, like,
and it's because it showed that there wasn't again. You know what I mean? It's like you can audit, you can revote. It's like everything they're doing just to delay like more counts. You know what I mean? It's like, no, it's like it's already been declared.
Yeah, at some point you're gonna have to accept it.
Yeah.
Hopefully by the time that inauguration comes.
Or before something else gets stormed and looted.
Yeah.
But
what's next?
Like
what
I said, so like, okay, so they were this. I don't know if I ever finished this thought. So, you know how I was saying he was saying that stuff to pin a lot of it on Mike Pence.
Uh-huh.
Well, like he had to do an emergency evacuation because those people were kind of like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I was reading about that.
Well, also Mike Pence with the 25th Amendment has the power to remove Trump because if he sees him unfit to serve. And like I said, he's out there blatantly encouraging people like, hey, this election is rigged. They're stealing like this, you know what I mean? And like if people think that's true, they would try to revolt against the Capitol. But it's like, what's happening? You know what I mean? I don't know.
Honestly, it's one of those things that me personally, I don't get too much involved in.
See, I don't either, but it's like...
But it's hard not to.
But today you could.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Today's like, for instance, today's like today. It's
just one of those things that makes me sad. You know what I mean? It's like, how is this a problem?
Do you guys consider it treason?
I feel like I don't personally believe it's treason, but I see the argument because it's direction and destruction of government property 100%, and I get that. But to me, it's almost like, well, fuck them. To be honest, you know what I mean? They could all kick rocks. What have they done for us in the past like 9 months? You know what I mean? Like, for real. Like, I didn't even get a stimulus check because I'm a student. You know what I mean? Like, they could all go fucking eat a dick, to be honest. But no.
And it's not even about the money.
It's not just them.
Control over everything.
Yeah. It's a bunch.
Have to go for 9 months.
It's a bunch of dipshit boomers who don't know whatever the fuck they're talking about, and they're gonna make decisions that don't even affect them.
And it's like, the everyday people, like think about it. For instance, one thing I was reading, the average retirement age is 65 years old. And if you think about it, most of the people that we have, like in Congress and stuff,
Nancy Pelosi's 80 years old.
How old is Biden? 78. How old is Trump? Fucking 74. Yeah,
How would you guys feel about like going back to just state governed power? What would you think about that?
Elaborate more what you mean.
Because like a lot of people like in the olden days, you know what I'm talking about, right? Where it was more like sovereign power. So like instead of being like as a more country, like Iowa was more, it runs its own shit. You know what I mean?
But like I get what you're saying.
But see, when everything goes federal, there's a quicker route to get everything everywhere.
But when it goes federal, there's so much corruption, I feel like.
Yeah, because then there's
so
much
shit. You won't get around it because it'll just move to the states. Where's
the
federal going to go? If you dissolved it right now, where is federal going to go? Are they just going to go away? No, they're going to see right back
private companies.
Into their own state.
They're going to see right back into the state.
They're going to go private companies. But I'm just saying
they
that
can go private companies, but I mean, they're gonna have to follow regulations based
And
on
they're gonna
Yeah,
they're
well,
be
okay.
based out of their
No, I'm
state.
saying, okay, let's say whatever Iowa needed, right? It has the resources now from its own self, I feel like. You know what I'm saying?
oil, corn, soybeans.
Dude,
Well,
Iowa grows corn for like 90% of the country. I learned that.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, that's fucking whack. Like, dope, but fuck corn. So, I can't believe, you know what I mean? I can't believe that. Or syrup, you know what I meant. Fuck me, I was born without a tongue.
It happened.
Don't catch me lacking. Sorry, I'm a Scorpio. They say, you know.
Oh man, you can't make fun of those astrophysicists or whatever they're called.
Yeah. So what else was new today? Oh, did you guys see the other thing?
What's
Kanye
the-
West?
Yeah,
Getting a
Kanye West and
divorce?
Jeffree Star.
Well, the other thing first,
Oh,
him and Kim K are getting divorced, and then happened later, the rumor is saying that it's because of affair that Kanye West had with Jeffree Star.
that's wild.
For real. I was like, wait, what?
my man,
And it seems like they're getting
I-
divorced, and it's like, even if that's not the reason why, it's like, come on, what if it was?
it's like
It's like, where's the tape?
That's
Where's the
wild.
tape,
And
Ray
if you
J?
think about it, with all like with most-
Apparently, Jeffrey only gave Kanye head. That was it.
well, if you think about when you think about most celebrity allegations that like come to light, how many of them tend to be true? The majority of them.
Here's my mind. I
How
know.
many of them do we not find out?
No,
If Jeffree Star didn't sign an NDA, I don't know if.
check this out. I think, knowing Kanye, he's manic. You know what I mean, or a little bit obsessive, at least with himself. I think he goes, it would be iconic for Ye to get blown by Jeffree Star. And he says, okay. And it's going to be a bar in the song, bro. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think it just comes down to whether or not
I bet he says a mouth is a mouth.
A mouth is a mouth.
I think it comes down to whether or not Jeffree Star likes fish sticks or not.
Like fish sticks in and around your mouth.
Man, I forgot we're even recording. Oh, shit.
Are we recording?
I bet that's pretty good, though.
Trapcast.
Yeah. Damn, I completely forgot we're recording.
Oops. I don't know
Shit, bro.
how. It's only been like 10 minutes.
I know. I'm pretty fried, though.
It's a good 2 minutes recording.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good start. There you go.
No, it really is. It really is.
There you go. There's your intro.
But now, where do the next 50 minutes go?
I'll keep rolling, bro. What
All
are
right.
you going to be so self-meta and conscious about?
I'm
I
not-
got
About
you.
what?
No matter what happens, let that motherfucker roll.
Oh, man. I would be back on this if this starts.
Whack.
Yeah.
Whack.
Legalized ranch.
All right. But for real, Discovery Plus, I don't know if you guys saw what that was we were watching. They have so much fucking cool shit. It's ridiculous. It's a new subscription service, like a streaming service, you know, like Netflix, Hulu. And they got all the channels that I love. They got TLC. They got Oprah Network, Food Channel, Travel Channel, Discovery Channel, Science Channel.
See, TLC is what I said. Cause see,
TLC is my shit.
I'm telling you,
That's the only reason I got this. Everything else is bonus.
I'm telling you, I
Everything
have a
else is
weird
bonus.
obsession of watching like My 600-Pound Life.
I'm telling you, bro.
Hoarders. I love Hoarders. I love
Extreme Couponing.
Extreme Couponing.
My Strange Addiction.
My
bro.
Strange Addiction. You know, there
What
was
else?
one
What
I
else
seen
we
on
got?
My Strange Addiction. This guy, he ruined his potential marriage over the addiction of eating plastic bags. Like,
Oh man.
I'm not this man.
Half
Like,
the time, I'm like, how did this shit even get started, bro?
Well, like-
what type of shit be doing where
that's what I'm saying.
that bag be looking good?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I remember correctly in the episode, like,
Come on,
they would go
man.
grocery shopping, and before they could make it back home, he's already, reached to the back seat, pulling chunks of fucking plastic bag off,
Oh man.
chowing him down. Now the doctor's telling him, he's like, your body cannot break down the amount of plastic bag you're eating. We're gonna have to surgically remove plastic from your stomach if you keep eating it.
He's intaking more plastic than
And
his body can handle.
His wife,
Wow, who would have thought?
his potential's wife's like, this is gonna kill you. Like, I can't, I'm not gonna sign up to watch you die from eating plastic bags.
First aid.
And so, he tries to give it up and he just can't. He ends up giving up his marriage just because he wants to.
That's so
Shit.
fucking wild. He's like,
And
I
And
don't
what-
need it.
what's more
10
wild?
seconds later, he's like, I need
That's-
it. I'm getting these paper bags, plastic bags.
What's more wild to me is the fact that I'm addicted to watching shows like this.
Dude,
addicted to watching
I don't
people
even
that have
give a
addiction.
fuck. It makes me feel good.
Imagine
My like brain
My
tingles. I'm
strange
like, oh, you sick fuck. I'm like,
That's
I
what
like
I'm
it though. I like
saying.
it. I'm like,
I like it.
you dirty fuck.
You know, and then I'm sitting there and it's like, maybe I'm not so bad.
I watched the one. It was the
Yeah.
balloon guy. I know we've all
yes,
seen the balloon
sir.
guy. I was like, all right, that's kind of weird, but you know what? Go off.
These guys, bro,
The beat do go off.
and the heat go off. Hey, we gonna get claimed. We roll with Lil Reese and them, gang. Not from 63rd. Man, I think if I was in Chicago, like if I grew up there, I would be in a gang. And I don't think
It
I'd be
wouldn't
dead.
be your choice.
I don't think I'd be dead.
I don't think.
No, I think it'd just be easy for me to be in a gang. So if like you join, I'm like, nah, I'm pretty good. Like, nah, you already, you know, like, yeah, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? It would be hard to convince me anything.
And then it's like, all right, I can't cross the street that way. I can't cross the street that way. Well,
And I mean, who's gonna kill the funny guy? Who's gonna kill the funny guy?
How do you
That's what
play
I'm saying.
Among Us?
I'm hoping I get through, like just sliding through. How do you play?
Yeah. How do
It's
you
a whole ass phone game. There's like 10 mini games or something. I don't know how to play them all.
Among Us?
Oh Jesus, you're still trying to learn that.
But no, what else?
It was one of those right.
I almost wanted to buy Cyberpunk. This is changing everything. Really different. But I wanted to buy Cyberpunk on Google Stadia, Tyler.
you should have.
I know. It runs better on both PS5 and Xbox Series X.
Of
So-
course it does.
So now that we're on the topic of Cyberpunk,
And I could play it on my phone. And, you know what I mean? Like,
so
Good luck. Good luck playing it on your phone.
I know. My phone's a shit phone.
No, I'm not saying it because, your phone's a shit phone. I'm just saying, like, God, dude, like, I tried to play, what was it, Sniper Elite 4
No, I do have
On
a
the
shit
phone?
phone.
that's a good.
that, dude, you couldn't, the controls were all over the screen. Like, yeah, you could play it with your Stadia controller if you bring your Stadia controller and then you have your phone stood up and,
Yeah.
there's just a lot that goes into it.
No, for sure, for sure.
So on the topic of Cyberpunk, so mad people were like giving the game gab about the graphics and
You
like,
don't understand, bro. You don't understand. It's so bad.
was it bad?
Yes.
Well, like
Okay, check this out. I have it on PS4 Pro, okay? So in the beginning, it wasn't that bad. For me, I didn't have that many issues. I had a little bit of like lagging, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the first update it fixed it. And I would have crashing, but everyone else I've heard, my friend Akeith, he was having constant crashing, and he has a PS4 Pro as well. Like he couldn't get like 5 minutes without crashing. My other cousins have like a base PS4, and one of them, he said it's very unplayable. He can't even like wait, like he can't play. He has to wait till he gets a PS5. The other one, that Alex, that poor man has been trying, and he's been playing, and like every update gets worse for this poor man. Until last update or 2 updates ago, fixed the game for him, right? And that update stabilized it even more for me. Like it was perfect. And this update was awesome. We're like, sweet. The game's like, it still had its problems, but now it's playable. You know what I mean? Like you could play a session not have any bugs, but you could play a session have a lot. But like, I was a lot of nights I wasn't having anything.
Yeah, you can
Fucking,
get on the majority.
It
of the time.
feels like I'm about to fucking finally beat this game. It's an RPG, by the way, so you got to remember this is probably like an 80+ hour game if you're going to play it.
Yeah.
People are beating it in like 30 hours because like
They
Skyrim
just
can be beaten in like 8 or
Yeah,
less.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? But it's like that's not what it is. You explore the world, you get lost in all the side missions and all this
Yeah.
other bullshit, or just even planning of what you want to do. But it's like, fuck, it can't be enjoyed because of all these problems right now.
And it's
But
like,
it's awesome when it works. But here's the thing that fucking sucks: the newest update, bro. It made it unplayable for me on PlayStation and on like the older ones. So even the Pro Edition now is like fucked up. The graphics are bad. You look at someone, the faces are blurred out for like 3 to 4 minutes. And I'm like, bro, there was one mission I was doing and I was trying to go to like a waypoint and I was like right in the middle of the waypoint. I'm like, why am I here? The maps looked all fucked up. It's because I was walking while items hadn't rendered yet, and I'm stuck because I walked through like a hill that was supposed to be there, like a little ramp thing, and so I'm under that. I'm like, motherfucker. So I have to reload a save. I'm like, this type of shit, you know what I mean? Like,
That would.
How do you know you didn't drive under the map though? Like,
no, because I was like just walking.
Oh, because you were walking. Okay.
Because like I was running through the city, you know what I mean? And so it looked like things were blurry anyways because
Right.
like it's raining, you know, you got that shit. And next thing you know, I stopped, I realized no textures upload. I'm like, wait a minute. And everything starts loading and it's like behind me are these like solid wall and vending machines. I've ran right through them and I'm stuck between like two alleys and I can't move because I'm not supposed to be here. I'm like, shit.
No, I saw a little
Shit.
clip of somebody that actually got stuck in a wall. Like they were just they were there. I think they were walking next to the wall.
The problem
and they
is
just like sucked them into the wall. And they were like,
those spots
all right.
specifically that I was in are those night hub spots where there's a lot of people and there's a lot of processing going on.
Right.
And so it's like a good example is like the Rick and Morty simulation episode where they have Jerry at like 5% and shit
Yes.
keeps
My man.
because like the CPU's getting drained away. But fuck, bro, that shit's whack to me. But
Well,
You know,
I don't
it's-
really have an interest in playing it. Honestly, it's not really a game I would enjoy.
Yeah,
to
you know,
me, in
so-
like 2 months, it's gonna be an awesome game. But like,
See, that's like the thing that like, cause like
who's got time to play games anyways?
Have they really worked on this for like 8 years?
That's what I'm
that's
saying.
what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
I
like
don't know, man. But
Like,
at
I
the
don't
same
know. I don't
point,
make games. You know.
you got.
Whatever.
That's what I was about to say. At the same point, we did the class. Imagine that on a
Yeah.
bigger scale.
Visual
And-
Basic 2013.
They had a lot of like grand plans for this, and a lot of shit got cut last minute just to make the deadline. You know what I mean?
yeah, and it's like,
And so if they would have just delayed this another year, to be honest, and like said, hey, fuck the previous systems, we're sorry, they're going next gen only. We'll give you a refund if you need it, or you get the next gen free. You know? So okay, perfect. I'm fine with that. And then all the content's there. It's polished out. You know what I mean? It's like that would have been what we needed. But I get that they promised people and they kept promising.
Right.
I wish they would have just done it smarter, like Dying Light did, where they just delayed. They said, "We'll let you know when it's ready, or we have another announcement." Like we overtook this fucking thing.
because I remember Dying Light got pushed
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. Well, there's been a lot of rumors that these generation consoles, the PS5 and Xbox, were supposed to be released a year earlier, and that for some reason they both got delayed. And like this is not COVID even related, you know what I mean? But
Probably because nobody could get launch titles for them. They're like, oh,
Well, it's just like one of
that's true in time, and then they had to delay it. But then they still, most of them missed their launch titles by another year. And it's like they tried to launch their consoles faster because of shit like Stadia. And I get that, though, because that shit seems scarier, especially when it's out succeeding them.
yeah,
and
and it's blowing up.
The point is, so like for Google Stadia to play a game in like HD graphics and stuff, it's free. All you have to do is buy the game and have the controller, and then internet. You know,
Yeah.
and then your game's gonna look better than on consoles right now. Now, if you want to do like the ultra graphics, you can pay like what is it, $60 a year?
no idea.
I think $60 a year.
Canceled my subscription.
And you get like 2 free games a month, like PlayStation and Xbox Gold. So that's cool. But like, it's also at the point like, it's not that convenient.
Mhm.
At least not yet.
I don't know if I like the controller. I mean, like it's nice to feel
The
and stuff.
controller
but, like,
feels nice, but
the
it doesn't feel
functionality
nice
of it.
for the games, I guess, for some reason.
like the back paddle is kind of close to the top, and so like
It
holding
feels like an
or, trying to
arcadey
use it-
controller, not for like anything serious. You know what I mean?
Right.
I wouldn't want to play a game that long on that controller.
I don't
It's
think
not
I could play.
ergonomical.
Honestly, I don't know if I could really play an FPS on it. Like
No.
when I was playing Sniper Elite, that's not even an
That could
FPS.
kick
But
rocks, bro.
like,
Man, I am fried. I know I keep saying that, but shit.
you've only said it twice.
At least on recording.
I won't say it twice. Okay,
Don't
I
say
might
it
say it
3
twice. Because I've got a hot. That's Uzi, too.
Mhm.
You know, Uzi, there's a conspiracy that he's going to die.
Why?
Because he's about to turn 27.
Yeah, I read about that. I read
And in a
about
lot of his lyrics, he'll have like one line or lyric where he says, I'm trying my best not to leave you guys. And it's like, I don't want to die. Like, different songs, you know what I mean? But people are like, if you follow this beat pattern and take the lyric, I'm like, bro, don't look this deep, but why does it make sense?
Why
You know
are
what
you
I'm saying?
trying?
And it's
You
like,
know, it's like,
then patterns start unfolding.
and
Right.
then what? White lighter?
I don't know, man. I don't know. No, I'm just saying, Lil Uzi's all we got left.
Yeah.
You know?
Don't take Uzi.
Who else we got? I don't know. I like Trippy.
I like Trippy, but
There are other people I like.
Trippy's
but you know
not
what I mean?
consistent.
That's what I'm saying. Trippy
Trippy's not
isn't.
consistent.
And recently, that Pegasus album was trash. I'm excited for this new album, which is technically the deluxe version of Pegasus, which I hate that.
Yeah, which didn't he do that with?
But I think it's a completely different album. It's called Neon Shark, and it's executive produced by Travis Barker, which I don't know if you know who that is.
Travis Barker.
Yeah, the drummer.
Yeah.
He just did the MGK album too.
Yeah.
Yep. I have faith in that. And Trippy has like rock side of him. You know what I mean? Like,
But
I've seen that side.
on the MGK side of things, his album sales really have just fucking plummeted since the Kill Shot. Because
Oh no!
if
for
you think
sure.
about it, if you look at his album sales before the song, even though that what he had for album sales before the song and what he's got for album sales now, because there was just so many people that like after the Kill Shot song came out, they were just completely like fuck MGK. Like there were people.
No, here's the thing. Here's the thing about this. I think people still had. I agree. People still thought MGK won and shit.
Yeah,
but
there were those people, and then there were like the people that were like, oh well, I still listen to Eminem and I listen to MGK. But then there were those people that were like, oh, he should have never started the beef, and bam, it's over now. And I know
that beef to me never got serious enough for it to be that way. I could accept both sides and just be fan of the culture of it, you know? Because I know it's weird to say it like that, but nothing really got serious. You know what I mean? There was whatever the insults, the slight disses, you know what I mean? But honestly, that could have been way worse. You know what I mean? People didn't die.
Yes,
no one got shot at.
To me, we got two good ass songs out of it.
For real.
We got two good ass songs.
They both had their criticisms of their songs, and I agree with that. I don't know who would be better, in my opinion.
I just don't think this track should have a chorus.
In my opinion, they both had a lot of corny bars.
Yeah. I will say that too. Yes, because I can pick and choose moments of each song where I'm like, okay, that was good, and I'm like, okay, you didn't have to go there. And then the fact that Tyler points out you don't need a whole chorus in a diss song.
Hey,
it's
shout out! I don't know if he'll listen to this, but I just wanted to say this real quick before I get. Keegan just messaged me back. He said, "Sorry, I was asleep." Well, you snooze, you lose, bitch. Now you're not in the podcast.
Mickey D. Marcus replacing the spot.
No, I'm glad you were. First off,
miss you, Diggs.
Nah, Keegan always bails on me. He's who I try to pretend to be my sound guy, you know what I mean? But I've never once had him as my sound guy. But I asked him if he'd be my sound guy, and he's supposed to, you know what I mean? So every time hey Keegan, I was doing podcast, you want to be do the sound? He's like, nah, I'm good. One time he was just straight up he wasn't even busy. He's like, nah, I just don't want to do it. I was like, I guess. Maybe when I'm famous, I can actually pay him. He'll do it. But fuck me until then. I guess it's cold for nigga.
Do we have?
They up there when you're eating, but not when you're starving. You feel me? Shit. I just cracked wisdom. I don't know. Yeah, but I think I would have liked to have been in a gang. That would have been cool.
I don't feel like I would have ever made it in a gang.
I feel like you could just find anybody and join a gang.
I mean, you got lucky a bit. I mean, you can.
Well, but here's the thing: everyone doesn't know what I am. You know what I mean? Some people think I'm black. Some people think I'm Mexican.
That fighter tag
most
says
people
it all.
most people think I'm Mexican.
If I were to try to be, I can't try and say I'm Mexican or anything. I am just.
Some people think I'm Hawaiian. I go with that one a lot.
I am gringo to the max.
Nice. Oh! I better stop her because we got to go to an ad break. This episode is sponsored by
MeUndies?
No,
HelloFresh?
Not yet.
Blue Apron?
Not yet. What's this one studied by?
Manscaped?
No.
Brought to you by Keegan Diggs.
I don't know. Yeah, let's do that. Well, this one's brought to you by Keegan. No, okay, Drayton's Twitch. I'll get to fuck him. His Twitch sucks. Drayton sucking up. He ain't got no German listeners. Okay, we're coming back from slinging dick and I don't know, not getting COVID. We're safe out here, and we're soft. Okay, so we're talking about subscription services, bro. We talked about Discovery Plus. That's a banger. We got another banger.
That's
Keep
the
getting.
third time you've dropped that.
We the newest one on my new favorite right now. Ooh, Disney Plus is up there too. You know what? The only thing I'm not on, to be honest, is Netflix. I hate Netflix. Netflix to me is
been around too
so
long.
boring.
Okay, see, the thing with Netflix, it's one of those things that, like, when I'm on my other subscription sites, like a Hulu or like HBO, or
Every other one I have shows
can't-
I love better.
that's what I'm saying. If I can't find something to watch on one of those other subscriptions, like if I can't, I just go to Netflix because I know it's got the most random shit, and I would just throw something on.
Yeah.
And like with them upping their fees, like they gotta think about it. Like the shows
Netflix
they
can
got
kick rocks,
for
bro.
real, because their basic subscription fee is gonna be more expensive than the rest of these sites.
Like, what the hell do you think?
And their movies and shows aren't even as good as the rest of these sites. Like HBO Max right now, like
That's what I'm saying, bro.
HBO Max right now, because like for
HBO's
one,
got my faves right now, I
'Cause
think.
I was gonna buy all of Game of Thrones.
Oh, Game of Thrones.
Because they had it on sale
Slat.
They had it on sale on the PlayStation Store, the whole 8 seasons in HD for $90, and I was like,
Ain't
"Fuck,
bad.
that's a steal." I was like, "That's about like $11 a season. That's a steal." Well, I'm paying, the HBO a month, and I got all of Game of Thrones. They got the Cartoon Network, stuff.
Dude, and let me
And-
tell you, my favorite things HBO's got, bro. They got the most. They got all of Fresh Prince, bro.
They got all of Fresh.
What?
They've got
They
even the new Fresh Prince episode reunion they just did. They got my shows like Regular Show,
Regular time.
Adventure Time.
Adventure show.
There's a new Adventure Time like HBO exclusive. Like
BMO.
it's Adventures of Ooze. So the first one was BMO. The second one was like Princess Bubblegum and Marceline, and then so on and so on. Just other side stories of Ooh people. So it's like, bro, and they just have a lot of like networks and stuff with them, and that's where, like we were saying before, South Park went. They got the Rick and Morty right, so when the new seasons come out, they're gonna come on there.
Yep.
All of like I think Friends.
Friends is
I
on
don't
there.
really like Friends, but
I
like
wasn't
that's a
really-
seller. Big Bang Theory. I used to watch
Young
that.
Sheldon and stuff.
Yeah, all those.
I'm not much of a sitcom person myself, but
They're okay, but it's so hard for me to like watch through it all. Like after like an episode, I'm like, okay, that could be done. Like I'll watch an episode, like, oh, that's kind of funny, but it's like this is gonna old fast.
it's not something I can see myself that I'm gonna put on. Like if somebody else. Is
Oh,
watching
that's what
it,
I'm saying. Like I don't like watching it either, but that's like you said. Like if I'm watching it, I could probably laugh at least once.
Yeah.
That's what I like. to see
Like if I
can
go
laugh
over
at
to a
least
friend's
once.
house and they got it on, it's like I could probably, maybe
Yeah.
laugh at some point, but it's like I'm not gonna be at home and be like, oh yeah, here we go. This is what we're watching. Like sitcoms aren't my kind of TV show. They just
I think Dustin likes to watch like live TV shows, and that's why you don't like Netflix. Is because it's primarily like movies and like shot TV shows.
No,
Yeah.
to
Whereas
me-
you like with TLC, it's whatever
Okay,
you
I will
consider
say that.
reality TV,
I will say that.
except it's the gross side
I
of
will
reality
say
yeah,
that.
TV.
it's like real
like you like
life.
cartoons and you like the gross side of reality TV.
But no, on Netflix, it's just like
Gross is subjective, by the way. There's an asterisk on that.
Netflix every once in a while will have a banger on it. I'm not saying that. Like, let's say, okay, like for example, I love Seven Deadly Sins. That anime on there. You know what I mean? That one's pretty fucking dope. What are
Is
some
that a
other?
Netflix
Have you seen
original?
Sneakerheads? Sneakerheads on Netflix is a banger. That's a hidden gem. It's got King Botch in it, and so what it is this dude used to he had dedicated his life like sneakers. Like he owned all these sneakers and stuff, and so I don't remember if it was like their vacation fund or whatever it was, but like he used this dude. His old buddy Bobby convinces him to go and buy this storage unit that's supposed to be filled with sneakers that value out to thousands and thousands of dollars, and it's got this specific pair that this dude was looking for, that Devin, the main character, is looking for. So he takes all the vacation money, buys a storage unit in an auction just to find out that every single pair of the shoes, the guy who owned it before, his ex-girlfriend burned all of the left shoes.
Damn.
So he lost all of his all his vacation money and shit. Didn't get any money for the shoes or the storage unit because they were all, invaluable. But so he goes the whole entire season, trying to hustle his money back, slinging shoes, buying different pairs of shoes. And they're trying to find this rare pair of Jordans, the Zeros. And there's this video. This guy's like, if I were to find a pair of these Zeros, I'd trade my entire collection for them. I'd trade my entire collection for them.
Use Phoenix for them.
So they end up going to Japan.
Oh, yep.
They end up going all the way to Japan to find this pair of Zeros because there's this like Norwegian guy that he's in love with NSYNC, and so they trade him like this rare NSYNC stuff or something like that.
Damn.
Do you think it's surgically possible to get your feet smaller?
Surgically? I mean, I feel like.
You can do anything.
They'd have to
surgically.
take it from the middle, but is that possible? That is not possible. That can't
Well,
be.
you know that it used to be a practice to shape feet, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like it's too old. I'm too old. You have to do that as a
I
kid.
mean, I know, but
I'd have to
if they
jam my
could do
feet
it
back
that
in.
way, I'm sure there's a way to do it.
No, I'm talking like basically cut out some of the middle foot and then somehow attach the toes
Well,
back to the
Well,
part
let's
that's...
look at the way, let's look at the way a human.
I don't think so.
No, like could it be? But if you get a coke
Your-
cut off, you have a little bit of time to save it.
Your foot isn't just like one single bone in here, right? Like
It's
it's not
fine.
just.
Let's look at it
here.
here. No, let's see, because this is what the human.
So, like, to cut those out, they would have to cut.
Oh, I don't
What-
know. I failed.
What
it.
would you cut out? Because this is what the human foot would look like. So, what section of the foot will we be cutting out?
So maybe like an inch here and an inch here. And
So-
just get you from like 15 inches to 12 inches on a shoe size.
Is it simply because you're tired of shopping online for shoes?
Well, like these limited edition shoes, right? They never come in sizes above 12. So I can't.
But, like,
ever
would
do
you
that.
wear them anyway?
Okay, certain ones I would.
Certain ones?
Certain ones. I wouldn't pay more than like $250 unless I'm rich, bro. I'm telling you, bro. If we make it out the mud, bro, if we keep grinding, bro.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna buy one lotto ticket. I'm gonna win that 401 million.
Yeah.
After tax, it's probably
Yeah.
like only 2 mil. But that's the world we live in.
So taking out, the part that you mentioned of taking out the human foot, like that would be the metatarsals, and if you were to take that out, that would basically mess with the entire balance of your foot. 'Cause,
I'm
like,
not saying like take them out though. I'm saying shortening them.
like just shave
Cut
them
the
down.
bone. Yeah, cut the bones, reattach the bone. But
Well,
you
at
would have
that
to do
point-
plates.
I think
like,
at that,
to do
yeah,
it. You would have
I
to.
think at that point you couldn't. I think it would be dangerous to shave out so much of like. I think you would have to take out a certain part of each section.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said 1 inch here, 1 inch here. I think
Yeah.
because in the, you know what I mean.
Yeah, take off a bit of like that.
Because so like the weight's still distributed on those tarsals, and it's like I don't know if that would be possible. It may be at one point, but
I
like
feel
that
like-
is technology we don't have.
You know how when you like bend your foot on the floor, you would have an extra joint that would
Dude,
bend a little
imagine-
Yeah.
bit. You'd be like,
Imagine, dude,
going
the
on your
day-
tiptoe.
Could you imagine trying to run up steps like that?
What if like you could go into like a little tube, and the next thing you know, you're doing a design a character on yourself, bro.
Go into a little tube and
And like
design
you're doing
your
this little screen, your consciousness is hooked up, and you're fucking literally designing yourself with plastic surgery. You can't do crazy shit like fucking.
Can I go
well,
like Saints Row with it and just
you
like
can do-
change all
you can do
features?
you
at
can do
one
any
time?
skin color. That'd be easy.
GTA,
Pigment
shave
would
my
be
head
easy to
into an
change
afro.
in
Yeah,
the
that would-
future. You know what I mean? We're almost at a point where we have laser tattoos, and laser tattoos like instant, where you can get something like put on and it'll be permanent, and then also instantly like painless tattoo removal. And it's like we're not like that close to painless tattoo removal, but we're getting closer.
Mhm.
But it's just still the shit that like, damn, we're doing a lot with lasers. A lot of laser fucking holograms and projections. It's fucking beyond accurate. You know what I mean? Like pixelations, they can precision. That's what I'm like.
Speaking of
Precision.
tattoos, I've been real on the face tattoo card lately.
Yeah, it'd be dope.
I don't know what it is, but I've deeply been considering tattooing my face.
I've been thinking the hand.
The hand tat.
Yeah.
That's about as bold as the face tat.
I know, bro. I know it's a big step forward. It's that last swing of the dick to the, like, you know what I mean? To everyone's like, I can't get a job.
Exactly.
Do
you have any tattoos?
But it's like the jobs I want, I would be able to have that.
I mean,
see,
if you are the boss, you can have whatever.
Well, no,
And
even
got
I'm
high
thinking
hopes.
this. I'm thinking this. Marcus, to update you and the audience, if I haven't kind of made it clear what my life plan goals are nowadays. I'm faking school for the next year and a half, and I'm gonna get these degrees, but that don't matter because the next after that, I am getting the degree. I'm deciding I'm doing that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna stick through school. I almost was gonna drop out.
I do remember that conversation.
I'm just gonna fucking do it because it's like our education system's broken. That's the reason why I want to drop out. I don't want to work in this field anyways, but it's gonna be good to have it theoretically.
Yeah,
That's what's even sadder. You know what I mean? Because this degree means nothing. But anyways, I'll rant later on that. And my real life dreams and plans, because political beliefs or not, there's a good chance that student loan debt's about to be relieved up to like 40-ish K.
When's that coming?
Coming pretty soon in inauguration. I want to say it's a 20-something. Unless they do some emergency declaration, there's an emergency inauguration. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's so many possibilities. I know we don't want to circle around there and get depressed again about the current state of the world, but it is happening. But like, literally, we could wake up tomorrow and be like, okay, well, Mike Pence voted in, now he's the president, or you know what I mean? Emergency Congress meeting, because senators were like had to get evacuated emergency too. Republicans are fed up with this shit. Even the ones like anyone in the administration who was like playing along with the Trump administration, dragging their feet because they know that if he gets reelected, they need to have that connection still. Even them are now like, fuck this. You know what I mean? Like, we're almost dying.
And see, before we get back to your story of life, that's another thing that, like, see, just even this, just a slight mention of politics can wrap you up into a story, and you find yourself talking about it, and it becomes a whole conversation, becomes a topic without even realizing it.
No, for sure.
I tend to stop myself for just like trying to put out any.
I'm not even trying to talk about politics, but politics are literally the things that are supposed to represent our life. And it is the stuff that's going on because they're making decisions that
today
or trying to help.
Today's been fucking nuts, and we all can agree on that. Yeah, and so like whenever it gets brought up, it's still fresh. So you have to talk about it. It's like, dude, I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. When we wake up, like who's gonna be out first on the news? Who's gonna be talking? Is there gonna be a live interview?
Dude,
is there?
And not to
what's
say
gonna happen?
This has any sort of like grounds, and I know this is what I say a comedy show, but I also kind of like how this is a recording. You know what I mean? Like this is that's one thing I liked about the podcast because I started in quarantine. Bro, like we're talking like, hey guys, first podcast. We have a 2-week quarantine starting like in March or some shit. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna make it through this one, man. Oh, you sons of bitches! I promise I'm coming back. And it's like 2 months later before I make another episode. Like you guys don't know. I guess you do. There's war out here. There's riots. They say black people don't go outside. I gotta work. Black boy gotta work.
I don't know how to get to the store.
They don't know I'm black though, so they drop the hard R around me. I say it too. I had to blend in.
Say yes, sir.
I say fuck.
Taxes today, sir.
Whose car are we burning? Fuck me, I guess.
He's like, do you know what it's like having to put both sides of the fence?
Nah, that's why I just have mental breakdowns and down my hair and you know.
Tattoo myself, pierce my face.
I didn't pierce my own. Damn it! Every damn time, my bad.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Caught me lacking.
Nah, that's the lucky part about living downstairs. Me, I do shit like that all the time because I'll be sitting in the chair and then I'll look down and then like it'll happen. Like if it happens like 2 times within like 10 minutes or something, I just like to look down at the floor and I'll be like, oh fuck, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. And it's like I want to text. And then, like, I'll find myself, like, 10 minutes later, like, having, like, wanting to be like, hey, sorry about the noise. But it's like, I'm not going to text you 10 minutes later. But it's like...
Nah, that's cool.
Because, like, the dog will be jumping on and off the bed. And
okay. I got to address something I've been seeing a lot on the internet. and it's been driving me insane.
Then we need to go back to your life plans afterwards.
Oh shit! Let me finish that. Let me just finish that.
DWD's life plans.
What were we saying? Where did I leave off?
You were leaving off.
That you're getting the degree. We're
Oh
getting
yeah,
the
I'm
degree.
getting the degree, and then after that, I want to move. And I want to move somewhere on the West Coast, but it doesn't actually have to happen because there is a backup plan. But that's more, so. What I'll just get into it. I want to work at a dispensary and learn because I want to end up in the long run opening up my own. And I feel like I've got enough customer service skills and stuff and experience. I've like looked into like qualifications, like because I know people say, "Oh, I want to work at a dispensary," blah blah blah. But it's like I feel like I actually have the qualifications, and I have like a college like associate's degree, which will set me aside for some people. And then like one of the main requirements is like sales and like customer service. Is like that's all my jobs have been. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Every one of them.
Well, I'll also tell you right now that like.
And then I feel like I'm a quick learner for like, I'm not saying like, oh, I'm an expert on weed, but I'm a quick learner about that type of stuff, you know? So anything they would need me to teach or learn. But yeah, I want to open my own.
Yeah.
And here's the
I
thing,
just-
you can podcast from anywhere, and soon enough you'll be
Well,
able
that's-
to podcast. From
Right.
anywhere.
That's the other thing is that like, I mainly want to do this podcast as well. Like if I could just do the podcast, I would do that. But I honestly, realistically, I don't like think I can get money from this. Like I'm not actually doing ads when I do that. And like, that's fine with me. I'm happy with like my viewers I've got and whoever listens. I feel like that's cool. But I'm just saying like, I also have a plan to live life while I record this.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You
And
know,
like, if I work there, I would like what I do. I would like what I come home and what I think is I'm working, you know?
Yeah, so like regardless, no matter what you're doing in your life, regardless,
One way I have to pay the bills, and this is my hobby, but this is what I wanted. Like,
you'd be
I
content
like.
and happy.
Yeah.
Regardless, you'd be happy at work. It's not like you'd have to be like, oh, and have that type of podcast, coming home and be like, oh, my fucking job sucked. I hate it.
Mhm.
It'd be much better to come home and be like, work was awesome. This shit happened,
Exactly.
I met this guy from fucking 4 states away that drove all the way here from,
Cool.
this guy came from 12 out,
Dude, for real.
meet people all from all over, because, think about it,
Dude, there was this one guy. I was talking to this customer at the vape store, and he was just he was a really cool guy. You know what I mean? Like, it was just telling like how we're talking. Like, he was telling me what he does for a living.
Dustin, let me get that. Sorry.
What?
Let me get that.
This?
Yeah.
Why?
Because
Okay.
it's my turn.
Okay. Well, what was I saying?
This is all
Sorry.
an offer.
No, so a cool customer came into the class. Or not the class, gosh darn it.
The whole customer comes into class, right? I got you, boss.
No, bro, not the class, the store, the vape store.
So
So he's talking to me. It doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm talking to this cool cat. And he's just basically telling me about his job. And he's like, so what I do is I deliver RVs. And he's showing me, he's like, I got this app. All you do is like, I have my truck. You have to have a CDL license because you attach it at like a trailer and you have to drive it.
Yep.
And he's like, on this app, it'll show you like, okay, this is where you're picking them up. This is where you have to go. How much you're getting paid a mile. Usually it's about $1.80 plus, depending on where. He's like, so I'm about to pick this one up. It's 2,000-mile drive. Well, we'll get about $4,000. And I'm going to get there in about 5 days because of like how they have to drive
Right.
with the laws. But he's like, what makes it different from like a trucking job is that once you like deliver your shit, you're now a civilian. So now you can be home in like a day and a half if you want to drive that, like 36 hours straight. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Or like 2, but like, you know what I mean? It's like, well, there you go.
Yeah.
But, and then he's like, what I do, as he's saying like he does, he's okay. So you need to get this job. You take 5 days to get there, right?
Mhm.
Now you've got, let's say,
$4,000.
5
a day off.
well, $4,000, but you got to think like 400 something like gas to get there. Maybe like another 400 to set aside for like car shit. You know what I mean? And then like you got $3,000 now.
So what's he delivering?
Just RVs, like campers and RVs. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so I'm like, what if like that's something that like I like that lifestyle, and like honestly, it's like a good ass backup. Like that's a type of job where like you don't really need anything, and like I like driving, and so that's the only downside of that drive. I'm fine with that. You know,
See.
I can fucking smoke weed in my truck while I drive and listen to Lil Uzi Vert's newest
I don't
album.
think that's what you can do.
No, I'm gonna do it.
So when I was I used to work at this car dealership, and I was detailing cars. And like, the boss at the time, like, what she did is she's got this van, and it's like her own like little business thing, and it's like a detail shop on wheels, and it's like you call her, she comes to you, you pay her, and she cleans your car. Like she cleans your windows, she, like completely vacuums out your car, does all this like complete, and like if you think about that, a job like that, like you could take that anywhere. You just go in your van, and it's like sit there and be like, if somebody sees it, like, oh yeah, I detail your car, and like if at first you move to a different place and you got to start off with expensive like fees or whatever. I mean, I don't know. There's always a way around it, but like that's just like a gig you can have as like a side hustle too.
That's true, but it's one of those things.
Have it all paid cash, all under the table.
The reason why it even was a treat bike, because he'd be like, okay, so I would look at this app. He's like, this one's going from like, let's say Minnesota to like Kentucky. He's like, well, I'm in Kentucky. I haven't been there. I can spend like a week or two there. I've got $3,000. He's like, the only thing you have to do for this job is have one delivery a month. So if you want to, you can spend that like last 3 weeks in whatever state you end in, and like just try to make $3,000 a week, $1,000 a week last. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Which that's not too hard.
No, not at all.
Find a hotel room.
Not at all. Not at all. He's like, bro. He's like, sometimes I do the Airbnbs, hotel rooms. You know what I mean? He's like, just do what I want, like an area, and like go to different towns and cities. He's like, dude, that's an awesome way to live, though. And comfortably. You know what I mean? He's not like he's struggling. He goes to a new state every other fucking month, basically, or whatever. And then if he wants to come home.
Yeah. It's like.
And if home is just the truck, then what else do you have?
And think about it. Like, if home is just the truck, think about how much more money you're saving not spending on bills.
But I've also said that, like, he doesn't. He does that, but, like, more also aggressive, like, where he does at least, like, 2 to 3 drives first. So he's making like $12,000 a month, basically, at least. And like that's on the lower end. It could go like $2,000, like could be whatever more.
Well,
like
I mean, you gotta
$4,000.
think if it takes 5 days to get to wherever you're going, considering
Well,
we'll just say each one is about 2,000 miles.
Yeah.
So doing that, you can only do about 6 of them, and that's driving nonstop completely.
That's what I'm saying, right?
And if you're one of those people that like, because I know some people like. They can get behind like the wheel, and as long as they're behind the wheel of like the car, they're not getting tired. Like if they're focused on doing something, like they can stay awake for like 18 hours. It's
Not
like,
me.
It's like if you got the ability to drive 18 hours straight consistently, and like you don't gotta stop. Like think about how much ground you can cover.
Well, like to make like $12,000, all you'd have to do is 3. You know what I mean? Like $12,000 a month.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
and if you're able
and
to
then
do
the
more,
most is like you could do is 4 or 5. That's still like $12,000 a week or a month is still 6-figure salary.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Easily.
Like easily.
And like fuck, and that's also being like conservative. Like if you're being more liberal, you can almost get like $15,000. You know what I mean? But that's my estimates of my thing. I don't know.
I was just going off what you presented.
The shit he was saying too, like he's like my truck. He's like he's got a bunch of like he said, like since it's he invests a lot of his own money into it. Not that he lives in it, because it's not like a semi truck. It's like a 4-door like a car truck. But like he like has like this is gonna make me sound really dumb because I don't know a lot about cars. But like if it was a video game, he customized the fuel tank like to the extra large, like the largest they have. He's like, I can drive from end to end of California and not have to fill up. And he's like, I do it so because some states fuck you with gas, and I'll just come back to fucking a cheap ass state. I'm like, bro, that's what's up though. You know what I mean? This G looks. That's an investment to make.
That's so like
thinking.
He probably like so like what he probably did was probably like move like some like parts underneath so that way he could free up space, and probably had like a custom gas tank built that was larger, can hold more gallons, so that way because I seen in this movie one time, like what they did, it was like a reverse thing. Instead of like what they did was they cut the gas tank in half and put it on one side like this and the side like this, and built a compartment to hide this person in it. And so like they had to fill up the gas tank from both sides to fuel. But like,
I mean, that's pretty cool though.
That is actually.
I
don't know how it worked, but like still, it's like what a dope Like to me, that made me feel a lot better because I was like, even if I fuck up, I have another backup. You know
I
what
can
mean?
drive.
It's like I could drive, yeah, but like no, for real, like it's making me feel
Might
better
have to look
about
into
chasing
that.
what I want to do. In case I literally fuck up, I have the other
So-
plan. If I fuck that up, I got
so-
this plan.
If he's just driving his like 4x4 truck, you wouldn't need a CDL. You wouldn't need a
No,
No, you need a
it's because
CDL.
because you have to be DOT like certified.
Okay.
You need this. No, you need a CDL, like a commercial driver's license CDL, because like to drive semis,
Mhm.
because of when you're towing the actual RV or trailer, because they're big ones. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so with that attached, you can't like just civilian drive it. Apparently,
And
It's like
usually
the same when you
because
have
for
it
a
on.
delivery service like that, you need a DOT number.
I think what it is just those big ass trailers that are not RVs, but like the half-ass RVs, but they go to, you know what I mean? And so you need whatever RD or license you need to drive an RV,
Yeah.
basically. And I bet that's a CDL. Fuck, we sound like old fucks. I feel like an old fuck, not to loop you guys in with that.
No,
I
I
feel
feel
like
that.
an
No, I feel that because like I was sitting there and I like got up the other day and I felt stiff.
And I'm like 20 fucking 2.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, you know, I'm almost 23 years old, and it's like I woke up the other day and like my back felt stiff, and I was like, oh man, and like I had to like get up and like full blown stand up and completely turn, stretch myself out, and like limber up because I felt just like unbelievably tight, and I was like.
It's like it's coming.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like I sat back down on the edge of the bed, and I was like, "No fucking way!" I was like, "Is this
Nope.
is this what getting old is?" And it's like, you tell people, if I were to go to work or something, or tell like somebody I work with that's older, like so that's like 40 or something, you know, like yeah, you know, I tell them about that, they're like, "Oh yeah, I got this elbow problem, or I've had 3 shoulder surgeries." And it's like. Sorry.
You know what's coming up.
It's like
you know what I mean? Because I already see how much bullshit I have to deal with in my life. It's like, yeah, why wouldn't I have a shoulder tear in my life?
yeah.
Like coming up, you know what I mean?
You know, it's like because you know with all the because I see my like for instance today I was walking the dog and I slipped on the ice and I didn't fall, like I barely caught myself, like I planted my foot and I lifted my other foot up. So what happens one of these days I gotta go plant my foot and I gotta tear my calf or something.
Dude,
it's like
fucking tear an
times-
ACL.
tear an
Because
ACL.
it's cold outside.
Like, because I'm all tightened up and it's all like I'm laying on the ground and my dog's dragging me away. It's like
The times your body betrays you, dude.
I
are the
know.
worst. Like a cramp.
yeah. So
Yeah, a pretty bad cramp.
Ooh, bro. I had the worst cramp once. It's like in my calf. The
Mhm.
calf. Like it felt like the whole thing was rotating, bro.
It
God.
used to happen to me very often.
I would,
like
like-
in high school, no shit. I would wake up and it
I don't know
would
what the
just
problem was,
it would be
bro.
in both legs. I would just straighten my legs and I couldn't move them.
Dude,
And
I'm
was
not
just
joking.
like,
I
what?
started crying.
Yeah,
I
it's bad
literally
because
started
it's just
crying.
a spasm in your
Well,
calf.
it
and you
hurt
just
really bad.
Fucking can't.
And I tried like stretching it out. I always hear stretch it out, but I swear to God that makes it worse. I go
I
up
would sit
and
there
it
and I would,
starts
like,
tensing
rub it.
up.
I
yeah.
would sit there and I would just like try to press down, and
I
I would
felt
just
like- Dude, I felt
like
like
if you can imagine
there was a
salt and pepper TV, but in your fucking calf.
Dude.
Like with the volume on high. You know what I mean? It's just like
I was crawling, Tyler, from my mom's basement. I'm like, Drake, Keegan, someone needs to help me, bro. I'm like crying because this pain help. I don't know what's happening. I'm like,
I think the worst cramp I've had has been in like my thigh. Like
man.
you know, it's just like I just remember
Oh,
like I just had my leg locked out like this, and I was just sitting there, and I just remember like
Dude, if you haven't had
God,
this one, it
it's just
sounds
like-
probably ridiculous, but it's like I'm not even exaggerating
no,
when I
dude,
say I
it's
had
fucking
tears.
awful.
I had tears. I don't wish that on anyone, bro. If we could weaponize cramps, we would lose no war. You know what I mean? We would
Can't
lose
fight if
no
you can't
war.
stand.
No, bro. Everybody crying. They say, I want this to end. Get me the fuck out of here.
That's where the lasers come in, bro.
Shit, dude. We almost got to go to. We do got to go to a break right quick. This one's brought to you by Jimmy John's. It's freaky fast.
Yeah.
I wish Jimmy John's pretty
we
good.
should have done it by Domino's, and they're shitty.
And we're back.
All right, so one thing I did some research on the other day because I got a dog. You know, his breed
What's
is
his name?
His name is Nirvana.
How old?
He's 8 months.
And he's
He's an American Staffordshire Terrier,
okay.
which, if you know what kind of breed that dog is, they're often referred to as pit bulls. But as I did some research,
slang.
it's just a slang. Yeah. See, that's the thing. I did some research the other day, and pit bull is actually just a term. It's sometimes used in their breed of dog, but what the term pit bull comes from is they were these dogs and they were Bullenbeiser dogs, I believe was the name, and they were used to hold down bulls, and they were used in like pit fighting, I guess, with bulls. And so like they were these big, broad, burly dogs, and so they bred them with terriers. So because terriers are considered to be good, smart dogs, and so they decided that they bred these Bullenbeisers with terriers that they could build a strong, smart dog. That'd be obedient and easy to train, but still able to take down these large animals and do this hunting stuff. And so that's where like the term pit bull came from, and that's where these breeds of dogs come from, like the American Staffordshire Terrier. And like the closest thing that we have to the closest thing to the breed of pit bull would be considered the American Pit Bull Terrier, but it's just considered an American Terrier, just a regular American Terrier. And then now in 2013, it's called the American Bully, or the Hulk Pit Bull, like those big pit bulls that look like they're all steroided out.
Yep.
So they're trying to get that made by its own breed, but like the American Kennel Club, like the AKC, doesn't recognize it as a breed of dog. So I don't know. I didn't do too much research about
We
that.
don't recognize that as a whole. Wait, what?
Look at it; it's genetically different.
This
is a subspecies of dog.
And this is something I just learned a week ago because I just got the dog a week ago. I haven't quite done a whole lot of research. So but
no, but I completely agree.
As far as I've read, it's just a term. Pit bull is just a term. It's not their actual breed. And so I'm trying to explain this to a coworker, and she's telling me that
are you a pit bull fluid?
She's telling me I'm crazy. She's like, no, they're a breed of dog. And she's like, well,
sorry if I offended anyone.
She tries to tell me that Rottweilers were at one point weren't considered a breed of dog. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you've ever done any research about Rottweiler or anything, but they're considered one of the oldest breeds of dogs of all men. They date back to the Roman times. And so I'm sitting here and I'm like,
she's like, all right.
It's like
she's talking out her ass.
Yeah, and so I'm like, and I'm
this bitch don't know about Pangea.
And I'm not trying to argue with her because it's like, and it's like, okay,
let me freak.
And she's like, well,
I got pepperoni.
And she's like, well, who says you're right? And I said, well, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying this is looked up in the sources I've read, and I'm trying to she apparently seems to be one of those people. I pull up my phone and I'm trying to show it to her, and she's like, nope,
just not about it. She's like, no,
nope.
Y'all ever have your contacts start to fog up on you? Like, how does that happen?
As a man that doesn't wear contacts, I'm going to say no.
Fuck. Let me know in chat. No, I'm just joking. We don't have no chat.
Not yet. We'll go live on Twitch.
Oh, no. My brother's
Mom,
doing
get the
that.
door.
That's ridiculous to me. I mean, good for him for doing it. But, to me, he's doing it for Beat Saber. I'm like, do a better game, I feel.
Who?
That's my criticism, Drayton, if you're listening to this. I don't know if you're not. Not that you're not good at Beat Saber. It's just, to me, Beat Saber is a loud game to have commentary over. And unless you're really good, which you're decent, but you're not, amazing. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people who do Beat Saber and they're amazing. And, to stand out, I feel like you have to be amazing.
In that game, particularly.
Yeah. So, if you want to keep going for it, I support that for sure. Of course, he's probably not going to listen, so I don't have to talk like that. But, you know what I mean? I support people wanting to do what they want to do, of course. But, if I have advice for him, just to be maybe play a different game. Just
ever played Minecraft, Drayton?
I feel like Fall Guys would be maybe good for him.
You think so? I mean, I feel like Drayton's entertaining.
He can be,
and he can make Fall Guys.
He's that type of person. He can. He's got a crowd. Mm-hmm. It ain't me, but good for him.
It ain't me,
but good for him.
That's all it is. It's all love.
Oh shit, Dustin! How
But
are you gonna talk to him about that?
You know what? As
he's gonna hear this podcast one day. you're gonna blow up, and one day he's gonna be like go back to the early podcast and try to be like, oh yeah, I remember all the early podcasts.
Back,
Dude,
and then
back to
he's
the
gonna
days
be
when he
like, I
still
even-
had his brother.
Dude, we're still like, I know this is weird because like this feels like it's I don't know. Life is weird right now. What I was gonna say is, I say this all the time. Drayton, my brother, he wants to be a teacher, and he's like going to school for that right now, I believe, unless he changed. If he did, sorry. But as far as I know, he wants to be a math teacher. And it's like we've had multiple episodes with like him on my podcast, and we like literally are doing stuff that could be questionable, not illegal because we don't do anything of that sorts. But you know what I mean? Stuff that like if a teacher saw and I'm over here yelling like obscenities and he's partaking, that could look bad for a school.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Every time I record a podcast with you, I know that this just goes one more strike against my chance of becoming president.
Tyler, I know, but you already know this. Bro.
I already know it. I already
When
knew I wasn't
I-
going to become president.
When my
So,
podcast blows up and we make it out the mud, all the dogs eat. You know what I mean? You two
All
Marcus,
the dogs
like,
eat.
all of us. That's how it is. Because ain't no one get left in these trenches.
I'll tell
but you
what.
got to leave some on the way to the top.
Well,
Baby said it first.
Well,
Tired of being
I'll
tired.
go
Being
ahead.
tired.
I'll go ahead and be sound guy. I'm sorry, Keegan, but you've missed job.
For real,
I'm
for
gonna be
real.
sound guy before it gets blown up.
I feel like that could work. But no, I agree, Tyler. It's a lot's been said. I'm tired. It's been an exhausting day. I don't know what's going to happen when we wake up, but everyone out there, stay soft, stay dry. No. No, I'm going to keep it. Stay soft, stay dry. You know what I mean? You can't get caught lacking right now. This is actually the most important time to stay soft and stay dry. I don't know why I almost got caught slipping there, bro. That's just embarrassing.
Oh,
But you know what I mean? Stay safe. And GG, guys. No re. I'll see you next